Hello everyone and welcome to Investing Angles. Today we are discussing Tesla. We are going to look at the stock from multiple perspectives. First of all, we'll discuss Elliott waves, then we'll have a look at some technical indicators, and in the end we will discuss candles. Are you ready? Let's get going. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to our channel that you always have the news first. This is an Elliott wave perspective. What Tesla have done, it's possibly that it formed a very impulsive wave here from the top. This could be wave 1, and this would be can be wave 2, and after that it formed another wave which easily transforms into impulse. What it has been doing so far, it's a corrective wave which started at the beginning of January, and technically it lasted for 3 weeks, or even more than 3 weeks. The first wave is fairly nice impulse, could be an impulse, and we marked it as wave A, and another one which is clearly wave B corrective. This one, the wave that potentially ended here, it's technically, if it was an impulse 1, 2, 3, and so on, so this wave would be wave 3. However, its structure, doesn't support this hypothesis that this could be wave 3. So we marked it as a potential ending diagonal for wave either B or 2. So technically, if we look from a bigger perspective, Tesla could have completed a nice setup 1, 2, 1, 2 with a chance of a strong move down, especially if we consider this diagonal, which can give us certain impulse down. And still, from that perspective, we are looking for two potential formations here. First is would be bigger correction ABC, with C targeting somewhere between 364 and 317, or if it moves lower, and well, technically it can go even this way, this far, so we would consider this as a potential wave 3 of a bigger impulse. Oh well, it's a bit early to discuss this. Let's zoom out and have a look at the bigger picture. What Tesla is telling us from the Elliott wave perspective. This is the bigger picture. Oh, it looks scary. I understand. So what we are seeing here. First of all, it's let's discuss everything. So at the beginning here in November 2021, it was a big move here, and we consider it as a wave ABC of a bigger wave A. Then in January 2023, Tesla started a move higher. The question about this wave is, however, so this wave is cannot be interpreted as an impulse, or it cannot be considered as a diagonal. So this is clearly a corrective wave, and we marked it as either wave A or wave W for a bigger wave B. And if we look at this excerpt from the Practor's book, we are seeing that for very large corrections, it's a complex one. So we have a zigzag, flat, and finally an impulse down, or it could be a diagonal. So this is something that we're seeing here. So we have a zigzag type of wave. Now we have a flat, and potentially we can have an impulse here. So why we are talking about flat? Because of this first wave. So with this first wave, for a bigger impulse upward, it should be either a diagonal or an impulse itself, but it's neither. So we are talking about the correction here. This is the big correction. So it's W, X, potentially Y. And the last wave, there is no clear distinction between the two. So it could be either XY wave with ABC breakout, or it could be an expanding ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So technically, both of them work here. And it's very difficult indeed to differentiate between the two. I would say that there are a little more chances for an ending diagonal because it made a couple of very classical moves, such as breaking through the upper boundary of this imaginary line. Right, so technically we are seeing here a strong move, and Tesla made a couple of strong candles we will discuss later on in this one. And speaking about the size, the target, so somewhere between 240 and 138.80. 138.80 is a origin line for the diagonal. If it is indeed a diagonal, so it needs to return towards the level of origin. That's why we showed this big rectangle here. And the ideal target would be 172, and this is we marked it here. So technically, if we look at the decline, potential decline here, so it could be up to like 70%, which is huge. However, it wouldn't be surprising at all because we have a somewhat similar here in 2022, 2023. And speaking about potential declines, let's move on to the next chart and have a look at MACD. This is the MACD chart, and I'd like to say that not everything is found on the daily or weekly charts. So this is a 3-day chart, which is very special. And what we are seeing here, that Tesla today stopped just 9 basis points from making a cross here, which would be a significant one, and I would say it would be a record one of record magnitude, the biggest one ever. And what we see here, that all previous crosses, like strong ones, let's say one in 2021, another one in December 21, and we have a couple of here. They all led to significant declines, and if we measure it, so let's say this one led like 40% off. This one, the next one was the biggest one, like a 75% decline. This one was another 50%, 54. So if we think about 70, well, it could be somewhat aligned. So if we took an average here, so it's probably going to be around 50-60%. So which is kind of what we said before. So it would be aligned. Well, so in this case, if this cross is made tomorrow, January 22nd, well, that would be a cross which would lead to a significant decline, and it potentially will set up a bearish market for Tesla for at least a couple of months, maybe a couple of quarters. We don't know. The biggest one was here in 2023. The whole year 2023 was bearish, technically, for Tesla. All right, so that's the perspective from from MACD, and let's move on to our final topic, which are candles. So what we are seeing here today, Tesla formed a hanging man or an inverted hammer. So technically it's a bearish candle, but it would need a confirmation. So far the trend is bullish here, and everything looks bullish. However, if it confirms, let's say tomorrow and in the next couple of days, we might see a different picture. And if you look at the bigger frames, so the 3-day which closed today, this was an unusually important harami, probably a bearish harami. Again, it needs a confirmation. So think from that perspective. So this candle had a chance to close here at 439 or even 435. It would be strongly bullish, but it was pushed down here, and well, it means that the forces, bearish forces, are still strong, and we need to consider this one. So that's a possibility of a bearish flip. For weekly, it's a bit early to discuss. We have quite a few days to go, like almost 3 days, and for weekly, it looks bullish so far because last week candle was bullish engulfing. If it transforms into the green one and goes higher, well, then this is a bullish market. However, if it follows the daily 3-day frame and creates something bearish here, we would consider it as a change. And speaking on the weekly time frame, we have weekly moving averages. You see this little cross, 50 over 200 weeks moving average. Technically, it's a golden cross, and the chances for Tesla to move higher here are very significant. However, this cross doesn't mean that Tesla could make a back test of this cross and do something like this, for example, like make a move down and then move up. So let me change it so you can see better. All right, so something like this, or even a more complex move in let's say more durable. And okay, so that's the possibility for this one. And you see when this line is going to be crossing like 275, 300, so a decline towards these levels wouldn't be something very unexpected. And the final one I wanted to show here is the 15-day 15-day candle. It closed on in December, and since then Tesla is trying to negate it. Well, if it is successful in 3 days, it's good. So we might be moving higher. However, if it closes with the red candle on Friday, it would be a big flip. All right, so something we know what we would be looking for. And this is the perspective for Tesla. Just to remind, this was the MACD. This was the bigger chart with the potential target of 240 or 172, somewhere in this range, the most probable. But one decline to 138.80 wouldn't be a surprise as well. Okay, so that's it for Tesla. If you're interested in our products, you can check our website investingangles.com for more reports and for occasional free articles. You can sign up as a reader for free to our website. Thank you very much for watching. Support us with your likes and subscriptions, and happy trading, everyone.